Hi, we thought we'd do the Rare Adventures Survival Guide for older people travelling the world. Now, we have learned over a number of months and years some key things we need to have with us to survive when you get to a certain age. So I'm just going to do a little run through of what those key things are. So the first thing you need is tea bags. Now, we're away for a month at the moment, and that's an awful lot of tea bags, so you have to be very careful. We ration ourselves to first thing in the morning and maybe a little one late at night. And as you can see, we've been here 2 weeks. I think we've got just enough to survive. So, tea bags. Second thing we need is what we call Scooby snacks. Now, as you can see, there's not a lot left, and that's because a certain person called Claire has been snifling my Snoopy snacks. So we haven't done bad though. We've been here for 2.5 weeks in hot and cold climates. They're getting a little bit frayed, but what we like to bring is those 2-bite bars that you can get in one of those like cheap places like Poundland, and we stock up. But when you're away for a week, that almost needs to, that you have to bring an extra bag with you, right? Because they weigh so much. So we've managed to get this far. Not bad. I think they'll be gone by tomorrow. I had to actually give Claire a slap on the wrist to stop her eating them so I could do the video. So there we go. So those are things that we've been taking for a while. But one of the things we noticed in Costa Rica earlier this year, and funny enough, Madeira as well, was they don't have kettles, right? So how are you supposed to make a cup of tea? We spent 3 weeks in Costa Rica playing around with coffee making kits to try and get a cup of tea out of it. So what I found on Amazon was this, a portable kettle, which crushes down in the bag, hardly weighs anything, costs £11.50. We've had a lovely cup of tea every day with our little portable kettle. So that was the first thing. But if you're gonna have a portable kettle, you need a portable cup. So it needs to be plastic. So I bought my portable cup, but then we noticed Claire didn't have one. Well, then we had a start-of-day argument every day about portable cups and who was going to have the cup of tea, because actually she likes coffee. We stayed in a 4-star hotel and they gave us a plastic cup. Not even a plastic, they gave us a paper cup in one of them. Absolutely rubbish. So you had to go out and buy ourselves a second plastic cup. Now everything is sorted. So that's all gone pretty well, but there's a couple more things on this trip in Argentina that we've realised. Now, actually, I did spot this in the summer when we were in Costa Rica, so it must be a bit of an American thing. They don't give you plugs in the sink. And what happens is, being a bloke, I have to have a shave, right? I have a shave, get water everywhere because it's running water. Claire gets furious with me, and then we have a little bit of a matrimonial. So I've now realised we need to carry a plug. This is one that I managed to lift from a hotel the other day, and now it's serving its purpose every 3 days when I have a shower and a shave. Well, I actually have a shower every day, so a shave every 3 days. I've now got a plug, and this plug is going to follow me around the world. So there we go, you need a plug. Now in South America we've discovered another thing that we need, and luckily we had them with us. Now, I've always taken a view, you need more than one credit card when you're away, because things happen, and in my case, I quite often have things stolen or I lose them. But on this occasion in Argentina, it's been particularly bad. And luckily, I've had 5 credit cards with me, and I'm still stressed about which ones are getting approved and which aren't. And so it's a constant battle with credit card companies by simple things like a flight online when you're not in the kind of Western world. So there we go, that's the Rare Adventure Survival Guide. I'll just run it past you once. Make sure you bring a month's supply, or as long as you need, techie tea bags, or for some people like Yorkshire tea. Scooby snacks, which you can't top up when you get here, so they've got to survive, and we've learned we didn't bring enough. You need to bring your portable kettle, right? Because if you want a cup of tea every day, you're going to need it, and you need not just 1 cup, but 2 if there's 2 of you travelling. And then you can never bring enough credit cards. Obviously, I've been pickpocketed this year, and I've also lost my bag. I've been taken out of my bag. But luckily, I was pickpocketed by a generous lady in Ibiza who gave me my wallet back after she'd nicked all my money. And then in Costa Rica, they just took the cash and left the credit card. So I was a bit lucky on that front. But anyway, you can never have enough of them. You need at least 2, maybe 3, but don't expect these common kind of these new travel anywhere credit cards. They are really risk averse when it comes to approval online. So you might need to have your own. Anyway, there you go. No, put it in the wrong place. There we go. That's it. The Rare Adventures Travel Guide. Hope you find it useful.